I think that as I picked my head up from the trenches and looked around, what had become clear to me was not only that machine learning was transforming the world, but also that there was now finally an opportunity to apply machine learning in a meaningful way to the life sciences. Because when I left academia to go to Coursera, a large data set in the life sciences was 100, 200 samples, 500 if you were really lucky. And what I saw as I sort of looked around was that there were now a wealth of technologies that had emerged that enabled large amounts of high quality, high resolution data to be collected at scale from both human individuals as well as from model systems, cellular systems, and experiments that when I, for example, did my sabbatical at UCSF with a wet lab in 2009. Experiments that took years to do in a yeast organism, which is a much simpler, easier to manipulate model system, now could be done in a matter of a couple of months in mammalian cells and human cells, and using CRISPR and various other technologies, and could give rise to much, much larger and higher fidelity data sets. And so I felt like we were at the convergence of two revolutions. And by the way, that's still how I characterize in sitro. And if you think about the name in sitro, it's the convergence of in silico and in vitro, which means in a computer and inside the lab. And what I felt was that there was now this opportunity to create massive amounts of data that would help inform our understanding of biology, of disease, of therapeutic interventions that can help provide cures. And so first of all, I've always believed that the most interesting innovation lies at the boundary of things, because that's where you can really sort of bring in ideas from these different disciplines and create something that is truly transformative. And I felt like we now had enough tools and capabilities on each of those sides to do that at this intersection. Now, I will tell you that when I started in Citro and we had these conversations with various like big pharma people and such, you would get a slight sneer and a raise of the eyebrows, like, yeah, machine learning, very interesting, haha. And it ranged from downright skepticism that there would be any value to the more optimistic ones who would say there's like niche uses for the technology and this little problem or that little problem. You don't hear that anymore. 3+ years into this journey, when you go talk to big pharma now, they realize that this is going to have the same impact on their industry as it's had on so many others. And the only question that they have now is, how do we get some of that into our organization? And so I think it was the right decision at the right time.